times I can get inside the house or schedule a appointment. Do you have a couple minutes? While I'm waiting for my client to come home, let me just tell you a little bit about what you might be receiving in the mail so that you can be anticipating it. That's it. And that's sometimes short, very soft, very light.
So it's kind of short, simple, quick. You don't sit and put any pressure on anybody. You just want to you want to stimulate that mind of theirs to where maybe you might hit a hot spot and they'll sit and say, well, come on in.
Well, most people don't want to be left out of anything. So if you say, I don't want you to be left out, these are targeted cards that offer a valuable benefit. I don't know whether you've received it. If you haven't, I apologize. We'll see that you get one. We are sending it out in this particular area of the community. I am the local representative here in this area. Boom, that's it.
Done. Okay, let me ask you another question. Do you ever work on Saturdays?
I do. And in fact, usually the schedule on Saturdays, and I've been doing it more regularly because a lot of the seniors aren't sometimes home during the day, or the people that we try to see together. So I usually give my guy the hours between 10 and 3. I don't typically work past that, but if I can get in a couple of presentations on a Saturday between 10 and 3, I'm open. And it's been a good day. Another thing, psychologically, as funny as it sounds, if I get a deal and I write something on that Saturday, I feel like I've got a jump start for the following week. I'm that much ahead, and it gives me a little momentum when we start the new week.
That's something I agree with. I've said this time and time again. If I can go out every day and make my first sale just for $10, it's not about commission. It's not about nothing. It's just about putting an application in your briefcase. Just makes you feel that you have got momentum, and it gets your day going. And believe it or not, to me, it relaxes me for the rest of the day because I already know I've got an app already done, and now I've got less pressure on myself to make a sale. So I think that my flow of words comes out a little bit easier, and I don't come across with as what some may call commission breath. I think I slow myself down. So, okay, good. You ever ask for referrals? Some agents don't like them. Some agents say, Joe, I don't want to do that there. What are your thoughts on referrals, Jack?
All my life, I've been in sales, that always, referrals is the key. And I don't know what, that's something I'm continuously working to improve. I am now, and I have been doing this, offering the gift certificates, typically a grocery gift certificate and a gas gift certificate, $25. I have a sheet. Sometimes I've left the sheet just to try it, and then, even with an envelope to mail it back, very little results where they send it back. One of the things you said recently in a call is have multiple gift certificates offered. And it doesn't have to be just groceries. I think you can get them at a restaurant. You can get them at Target. You can get them for almost anything. You go to the grocery store, you see a rack of those gift certificates. I think in order to strengthen my referral, and I have gotten and sold my share of them because simply by asking the question, and they refer me to someone right then and there. But I think I'm going to be a little bit more disciplined on that and have the gift certificates in front of me, in my hands, the actual physical gift certificates, and request them to fill out that sheet right then and there in front of me. And they give me so many of them, I may just give them a gift certificate right then and there. I might even just do a $10 gift certificate just for listing the names, then an additional $25 if they buy. It's something to motivate them to release the names.
Yes. Because I think that, matter of fact, we've ridden together and we've seen people bring out their cell phones. We've seen people bring out like a piece of cardboard paper that they have everything written on. Some people have their actual little black book with everything written on there. But yet when you entice them somehow to help you out, granted now with Medicare, you got to be very cautious on doing that there. So we're not talking about Medicare Advantage. We're talking about like life insurance right now. So I don't want anybody to think you can do that with Medicare because you got to get with the CMS rules on that there. So when it comes to life insurance, I think that a lot of people want the instant gratification of getting something if they're helping you out. So, Okay. Another thing, if you go to a house, whether it's a lead or a referral, do you like using the little delivery notices to let somebody know that you have something for them?
I love them. I love the leave behind brochures. Is that what you're talking about? The color brochures that we have? Absolutely.
No. The actual delivery notice. No, the actual yellow delivery notice.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That you stick on the door.
I misheard you. Okay. The yellow sticky delivery, absolutely. What I did, I picked this up riding with you because sometimes I would, stumble around trying to find when they call you back. I make a note. Sometimes what I'll do is I will try to make a phone call again, even though Alan, my telemarketer, has tried to reach them while I'm at the driveway after I've left the sticky note. Sometimes they answer, sometimes they don't. If they answer, I'll let them know I'm at their house. Many times while I was waiting, trying to call them, they pulled right in. Just by me sitting there a minute or two, they came. Many times they'll call me an hour later. I reach over to my sun visor and I retrieve the names of everyone that I left a sticker to right on the right passenger side. And boom, if I'm nearby and I see them calling, I will just go right back to their house. And I may tell them I'm on a call right now. Let me get back with you. And then I'll just go by there. If they're not close by, then I will try to set up an appointment. But I may have a little bit of resistance. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But the yellow stickers, the delivery notices, they will call you back on those. If you're not using them, you're really missing out on a big opportunity because even my telemarketer finds a lot of voice messages, and these people will be curious to find out what this delivery is, and they'll call you back. So I do use them.
What I feel is that I read an article, and my memory's blank again this time here, and it was two big corporations, big Fortune 500 companies did research on leaving messages. And they say not to leave messages. They say to text a person. And what ends up happening is, I don't know if we should text them, but yet the curiosity of who called me and didn't leave a message. Sometimes people call me and gotten upset. You call me and you didn't leave me a message. Why not? And one day I was in one of them moods. I said, well, why don't you pick the phone up when I call? But everybody's screening their phone calls. Yet at least they call you back. And then from there, you can do what you got to do, because they say when you leave a voice message, people got to be in a quiet area. They're sometimes lazy. They don't recognize the number. They don't want to listen to it. And it's just not as efficient as what it was before when people had all their phones in their home. Today you've got seniors who don't have home phones, and they got just a cell phone that they actually mess with. So now, Jack, this is something I believe you do. I'm not really sure, but right now you and I have worked out of town before, and we have an 813 zip code. 813 area code. When you work out of town, have you gone and set up a separate phone line, which I think you have, a separate phone line? So if you're working 352 or 727 or 863, do you feel that is more friendly when you call from a local number than what we may call long distance number?
I do believe that does. In fact, my wife and I were talking about that the other day, because